What's up, everybody, and welcome to the Bears Profit Plays YouTube channel. If you enjoyed the content in this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel below. Also, be sure to stick around to the end of this video for a quick message from our team. Let's get into the video. All right, guys, let's get into some MLB picks and props for Friday, July 7th slate of games. Remember, this video will be out Friday morning. We will have our live show Friday at 8 p.m. We're giving away $100. You have to be present to win $100. We'll also have some trivia tonight, so be sure you guys tune in on our YouTube channel, Bears Profit Plays, and be there at 8 p.m. tonight for a $100 giveaway. Let's get into our player props and picks for today. Trey, start us off with that leaderboard.
Yeah, I went 0 for 0 yesterday so far because we're recording at 7:45 Central Time, and the Dodgers game has not started. And I gave out the Dodgers minus -1.5 on the full game run line versus the Pirates. I have the utmost confidence in Julio Urias to do what he needs to do and cash this bet for us.
Yeah, Trey, I currently have the Miami Marlins on the money line against the St. Louis Cardinals. This has been a very hard game to watch. The Cardinals have 2 runs on 5 hits. The Miami Marlins have left like 8 people on base with 8 hits. The current score is 2-0 in the bottom of the 7th. Miami Marlins threatening again. Runners on the corner. Will it lead to anything? I don't know. Time will tell. Hopefully the Marlins can pull away with this win. I'm banking on them to do that against the Cardinals, who have been horrible this season. So hopefully the Miami Marlins pull through for us. Looking for that 2-0 sweep. But let's take a look at our picks for tomorrow. Trey, start us off.
Yeah, and I'm going to be attacking the Cincinnati Reds at Milwaukee Brewers game. This series is going to be really fun to watch because both these teams are trying to compete for the NL Central crown. And currently the Reds, they sit atop the NL Central with a 49-39 record, and they're 8-2 over their last 10 games. They have been playing some great baseball, and they're 26-18 on the road this season. They've been road warriors very consistently over the last month or so. And the Brewers, they are in second place of the NL Central. They were in first for much, if not all, of this season. And currently they have a 47-41 record, 24-20 at home. But I'm going to be taking the young guns in this game. So give me the Cincinnati Reds at +0.5 on the first 5 run line at -120. And I'm also going to be taking the over Cincinnati Reds team total at 3.5. This is just a laughable line. I'm not quite for sure why they have the Cincinnati Reds team total so low, because they've been great at scoring runs here recently. In Cincinnati, they're throwing out one of my favorite young pitchers in this game, in Andrew Abbott. And Abbott, he's pitched in 6 games so far this season, turned it to a 4-0 record with a 1.21 ERA. But he has been even more elite whenever he's pitching on the road, because he has a 0.51 road ERA in his 3 road starts. And he's pitched in 17 2/3 innings, only allowing 1 run. That is very impressive. So he's going to be coming in this game with a ton of confidence in his stuff. But the Brewers, they're throwing out their ace in this game in Corbin Burnes. But Burnes, he's been about as average as it can get this season for them, because he's pitched in 17 games, turned that to a 6-5 record with a flat 4 ERA. And the reason why I love the Reds over the Brewers in this game is because of the offense that the Reds have. Like I said, the over 3.5 is just a laughable line, because the Reds, they have the 5th highest scoring offense in baseball. They average 5.03 runs per game. And the Brewers, they only average 4.2 this season, which is ranked 24th in baseball. So give me the better pitcher and the better hitters in this game in the Cincinnati Reds. I'll take them at +0.5 on the first 5 run line, and they're over 3.5 team total runs in this game versus the Brewers. Let's go Reds.
Yeah, Trey, I like both those plays. For my play today, I'm going to be looking at the Toronto Blue Jays going up against the Detroit Tigers. The Blue Jays are -152 in this game against the Tigers because Alek Manoah is back on the mound for the Toronto Blue Jays. This will be Manoah's first game back since June 5th, where he took on the Houston Astros and gave up 6 earned runs in 1/3 inning pitched. In his prior 6 starts in the month of May, Manoah, last 5 games of his 6 started, had allowed 18 earned runs in that month of May. This ultimately led him to be sent down to Double-A Toronto, where he pitched in 1 game, pitching 5 innings, giving up 1 earned run. He also made a start in the Florida Complex League, a rookie-level circuit, and in that start, he gave up 11 earned runs on 10 hits in 2 2/3 innings. Not only did he struggle when he got sent down, but he also got fat-shamed online by a bunch of Blue Jays fans. It has not been a great month for Manoah, and I don't think it's going to get any better in this game. He did get the call-up for this game against the Detroit Tigers, and it's probably a good game for him to get a shot at redeeming himself from earlier this year. But this is still the majors, and until we see him go out and pitch well again, which he did last season, I can't take him in this game against the Tigers. I'm going to go with the over of 9.5 runs in this game. The Tigers will be throwing out Alex Fuedo, who had been hit around recently, giving up 16 earned runs in the 5 starts we have seen him for the Tigers. This game, if we see what we have seen for the majority of the season, will have hits all over the place. The over might even hit in the first inning. Take the over in this game, as both pitchers will give up a ton of hits and a ton of runs. Over 9.5 will be my play for tomorrow. Trey, let's take a look at our player props from yesterday. Start us off.
Yeah, and currently I am 1-0 because I gave out Corbin Carroll over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Mets, and Yuri Perez over 5.5 strikeouts versus the Cardinals. And Carroll, his game has not started because we're recording at 7:50 right now. But Yuri, thankfully, he did cash for us pretty easily because he pitched in 6 innings and he struck out 7 batters, so that felt great. I'm going to keep riding Yuri Perez because he's just been dominant. I'm upset that he did not debut earlier on in the season because I definitely think he would have deserved an all-star nod, but he'll be there next year.
Yeah, Perez has been good tonight, but unfortunately the Marlins bats have not. But I had Marcus Stroman under 2.5 earned runs against the Milwaukee Brewers. I am 0-1 currently. I didn't get to watch the game, but what it looked like in the stat sheet and the game log was that Stroman made a couple bad pitches in the 5th inning, and it cost him the win for us. So that hurt there, so we didn't catch the under 2.5 earned runs. And then Ahmed Rosario, over 1.5 bases, just started against the Royals, so hopefully he does get us to 1-1. Looking for a split tonight. But Trey, let's take a look at our player props for today. Start us off.
Yeah, I'm going to be attacking Bears' favorite player. I'm going with Bo Bichette. Over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Tigers. Bo Bichette is having himself a great season, and it is just a shame that he's not an all-star starter because he's batting .315 with 15 home runs, 51 RBIs, and 43 runs scored in 85 games. He's been amazing for the Blue Jays this season, but the reason why I think he's going to have a great game here versus the Tigers is who they are pitching and the fact that this is a road game for him. Because the Tigers, they're throwing out Alex Fredo in this game, and that's music to Bichette's ears. Because Fredo, he's pitched in 5 games so far this season, turned it to a 1-3 record with a 5.54 ERA. In those 16 innings pitched, he's allowed 11 runs on 14 hits and 2 walks. He's been getting lit up all season, and it should continue in this game versus the Blue Jays. And this is going to be a very easy day for Bichette, who really enjoys coming into road ballparks and leaving his mark. Because Bichette, he's batting .339 this season with 64 hits in his 44 road games. So needless to say, I expect Bichette to come in this game, grab a couple bases, score a couple runs, and hit this over for us. So give me Bo Bichette to go over 8.5 fantasy score versus the Tigers.
Yeah, Trey, I love that play. The worst all-star snub I've seen in a long time for Bo Bichette there. For my batting prop tonight, I'm going to be taking Zach McKinstry over 1.5 bases going up against the Toronto Blue Jays. I have the over in this game between the Blue Jays and the Tigers, and I like Zach McKinstry to be a big part of that over. Over the last 4 games for Zach, he has had 2 multi-hit games and has recorded 5 hits in his last 14 at-bats. He has boosted his batting average over the last month of baseball, hitting in the leadoff spot for the Tigers. He will be going up against Manoa, who I will be talking about in a little bit for the player props, but this is a great matchup for the entire Tigers batting lineup tomorrow. We have no idea what we're going to get from the Blue Jays starter tomorrow, but if we get anything like what we got before he was sent down, this is going to be a great game for the Tigers hitters. Give me Zach McKinstry over 1.5 bases as my first play tomorrow, Trey.
I love that one. So my pitching prop, I touched on him earlier, but I'm going to be going with Andrew Abbott, under 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Brewers. I really love his chances to have himself a day here versus Milwaukee because Abbott, he's been absolutely elite whenever he's pitching on the road this season in his 3 road starts. He's turned that to a 3-0 record with a 0.51 ERA. He's pitched in 17 2/3 innings and only allowed 1 single run. So Abbott, he's going to come in this game with a ton of confidence in his abilities on the mound. And whenever we're talking about his matchup, it's just a cupcake matchup here versus Milwaukee because they only average 2.41 runs per game in the first 5 innings. That is ranked 22nd in the MLB. So needless to say, I'd be shocked if the Brewers scored 3+ runs on Abbott in this game because he's pitched in 17 2/3 innings, only allowed 1 run on the road. He's been dominant on the road. It should continue here versus the Brewers. Give me Andrew Abbott under 2.5 earned runs allowed versus the Brewers.
Yeah, Troy, I like it. For my pitching prop tonight, I was going to take Manoa over 2.5 runs allowed, but I don't know how the Toronto Blue Jays are planning on using him. I can see him pitching just a couple innings to get his feet wet again, so I'm not going to take him tonight. I will be taking Luis Castillo over 2.5 earned runs against the Houston Astros. This has been a very rocky start for the Seattle Mariners ace this season, as he's given up 3+ earned runs in 3 of his last 5 games. The Seattle Mariners, even though Luis Castillo is having problems out there on the mound, they are keeping him out there for 6+ innings on the regular basis. The Astros are slowly but surely climbing their way up the hitting leaderboard this season, now ranking 12th in the MLB with a .253 team batting average on the year. They have a lot of power in that lineup, and I like the Astros to put up at least 3 runs in this game on the Mariners before the 6th inning. So give me Luis Castillo over 2.5 earned runs against the Astros as my last play of the night, guys. That'll do it for our MLB player props and game picks for Friday, July 7th slate of games. If you guys enjoyed the content, please sure drop a like on this video and subscribe to the channel below. We'll see you next video, and thanks for watching. Just want to let everyone know that while we do give out free picks, plays, and predictions on our YouTube channel, we also have a website for you to check out. On our website, bearsprofitplays.com, you can subscribe to the website absolutely free with an email and gain access to our written articles about upcoming sporting events. If you're really looking to make some cash, we have an option to become a member of our website. If you become a member, you will gain access to our Locks of the Week, which are written articles that go in depth as to why we are picking that particular outcome. As of now, our member plays have been red hot, hitting over 60% of our plays. If you don't want to become a member, it's no sweat. We are here to try and make you guys some money. That's our main goal. So come on over to bearsprofitplays.com and subscribe for free. Check us out, follow our free picks, and see for yourself that our member plays are a great investment for you. Thanks for watching.